Hello, good people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Time is very quiet. It's 3:30 a.m. and I'm doing a couple of videos for you. Woke up a while back. Um, it was pretty rainy last night. I was enjoying the weather a lot. Very cool breeze, and it really makes me instantly happy. Some things in the nature is it's just priceless. I was doing my steps, evening steps. I couldn't even finish 10,000, but suddenly it started raining like cats and dogs, and I had to retreat because everything was gonna get wet. So I still stood and enjoyed the rain for about 15 minutes or so. It was very beautiful. It was like passing shower, and it was very strong breeze. So yeah, sometimes simple things in life really makes me happy, and I don't know if you feel the same way, like simple things really makes you happy or not, but it does, right? So still there are a lot of good things in nature. We just have to notice and be appreciative, right? I really love what nature gives me. It gives me power. So today I prepared a video for you. This is not about fragrances, but still I'll show, because I'm a fragrance guy, I'll show you my scent of the morning is this one. This is called Bon Bon. I have a little cute little miniature bottle. This is a splash, and I love this fragrance. Okay, Victor and Rolf made some awesome fragrances. I tried, of course, Spice Bomb and that whole line, and then few of the other ones, but mostly I loved Flower Bomb, which I also have a 20 ml bottle somewhere. This is my second favorite from the line, and this is beautiful sweet fragrance. I cannot explain this perfume. It's like a very posh fragrance. It's for definitely for ladies, but somehow for the bottle, for the way it smells, and the way this lasts, it really make me feel happy. So let's start late night. It's a late night episode. After finishing this, I'll go for my morning steps. So I have actually, like, I know strange things are happening in life right now. Yesterday I received a message from one of the persons. This person is a celebrity. Okay, I don't know why it's happening, but it's a nice little surprise that this person shared a lot with me after seeing some of my recent videos, and just it came from just nowhere. Like, they said, not going to reveal who this is, but they said whatever I'm going through right now, they have gone through this like few years back, and they know exactly what I am going through or why am I doing these videos. And they said, please carry on, even if no one watches. You'll feel great if you can speak up, and you can share. It makes it whole better, like a whole thing a little bit better and easier, because I have the platform, and those people who will watch this, maybe they can relate and they will say, oh, it's not just me, it's happening with other people as well, right? So it was a great thing to get knocked, and actually a lot of messages came through, like big paragraphs and passages came through. When I read those, I was like stunned for a while. Okay, and I could see it was not about say reconcile, whatever you call it, like comfort me or anything. They just share a lot from their life. This happened with me, and this is how people behave sometimes, and it doesn't really make anything better in life. Okay, so I'm going to meet this person soon. Okay, and we're going to have a long conversation over coffee or lunch, and I'm going to the studio. They have a studio. There's a celebrity, so they have a studio, and let's see what happens. But I'm excited, like very different thing in my life. I'm enjoying discovering new people, going out there. Let's say I like doing, start with this point. Like, there was a time I was always stuck at home. I did not want to go out, discover anything new. I felt I've seen everything, like experienced everything, eaten everything. Nowadays, I am doing the things I never did before. Okay, and not to say something cringe or something weird or just something nasty. No, man, there are a lot in life that is there to observe, because sometimes when you are single, you have that time to do all that, explore, learn new things, or discover or go to museums and stuff, right? So I travel sometimes just weird. I just travel. So this thing, if you never did things before and you're like stuck in life, you feel like, oh, life is not going anywhere. And also I am just not really, I'm bored, right? Try these new things out, which you never did. Let's go to a library, read some books, which you never did before perhaps. So these little things actually gives you new inspiration in life, and you just don't need love, relationship and all these things only. You need other things, that interest you, make you feel like living again. Okay, so I like this thing. So I would urge you, if you are feeling a little bit demoralized or a little bit down in life, try something different. Go out there. Just like, if you don't like traveling, just travel alone, go someplace where it's absolutely peaceful and quiet, and just sit there, spend time with yourself. Okay, that feels great, and you get to know yourself. That can I make this in the world without hanging out with so many people, or the loud noisy life, or be dependent on people for happiness. No, sometimes you discover the other side, that you discover yourself, who you are, what you liked, and what kind of person to be with. These things is different from how to say partying and being so social and all those things. So there's a difference. Okay, so I would say the first thing I want to talk about today is make some changes in life. Positive things, maybe a hobby or something. Like we have fragrance game, let's say you never tried fragrances before, okay, but you find this interesting, okay, and you try, like, oh, okay, that note, this is what fragrance does. Oh, seasons, okay, and collection, new bottles, this company I didn't know even existed. So learning is exciting. So that's the first point today. Then second thing I'm going to say, that yesterday basically, I I read somewhere, there's a post like, I just don't like to do anything anymore. There, sometimes those photos and this message, I don't feel like doing anything anymore. I just want to sit here forever because I'm tired. And it's this very deep message. Okay, at times the treatment of people or the society, it leaves a huge impact on us. Okay, and we really feel broke because people broke our trust. They did some things to us that was inhumane. Okay, or life didn't really show us any mercy or kindness. So some people will actually feel down and betrayed, and they just tired inside, because these are good people, good-hearted, innocent people, and they just are sad, and nobody's there to take care of them or give them attention, unless they're very lucky. But sometimes, we just feel empathy or sadness. Outside that, there is this thing. Why? You have to really understand where this is coming from, why people are so cruel nowadays, why people can do the things they can do to you. There is an answer. The answer is, the truth. Like, we used to watch this TV series long time back. It was called the X-Files. Okay, X-Files was about Mulder. Is it Mulder or Mulder? Okay, Mulder and Scully. Yeah, I forgot even the names. So they're these two detectives who work with paranormal activities, and there's aliens involved. Very cool show and scary show back in that time when we used to be kids, right? So there's this tagline there, said the truth is out there. Okay, you can take this and imply somewhere else, like many other places, where you can say, and the truth is out there. What is the truth? Truth is such a beautiful thing if you are open to discover it. But problem nowadays is the world has become such a fake world, and everything is there except the truth. People tell you a lot of things. They bring so much fake happiness. They bring so much fake excitement, hype. But in general, very few things are real. Something that shines is not gold. Okay, or if something looks like diamond from far, is not diamond. Like, this is a Tiffany watch. It's not a Rolex. It's just a Casio. But I am very happy with it. Reason being, I know what I have, and I'm okay with it. I don't need to tell the lie to world like I'm wearing a Rolex. No, it will make me happy for a while. Like, if people, wow, people give you not acceptance, people give you validation for you having a very expensive materialistic thing, and you are happy for it for a while. But materialistic recognition or praise is just for 2 days. What is a real praise? When someone say, what you said that day, what you shared made me feel different. I was feeling depressed in life, or deprived, or something like that. I was feeling down, but your speech or whatever you shared that day, it really made me feel much better. Thank you so much. Those are priceless. You cannot buy with money. Okay, and I feel privileged sometimes when I do this work. I feel very lucky. I'll tell you frankly, if this line of work I will lose huge chunk of my life. This is very meaningful what I do. So I interact with people. Okay, in US they'll interact. I don't know how that is so silent. But anyway, coming back, we have issues nowadays because the world is so fake. Everybody says that, but why is the world fake? What's wrong with the world? Can't we change it? Can't we change people? It's not easy, because people are born and raised and accustomed, I think, with the fact that this is how you have to live. This is the survival instinct, right? You cannot be real with other people. You cannot show them, because you're scared that people may take advantage. So you always have to maintain that distance and the shell outside to be strong, because people are scared inside a little bit, right? What if I shared this thing with them and they later betray, or they later leak the information and they will see this sensitive side of mine? This thing is a real reality. Okay, people are scared to tell the truth because the truth may make them pay later badly, or they make them regret, or they make something that they have which is very personal, which is very sensitive, and that will be out, okay, by people, and they make fun of it. They say, oh, you like to sing but you cannot sing well, you are a bad singer, but you really love singing, so this thing will hurt you very deep, to have a deep cut inside, right? So these are the little things, that people are very mean, and people don't appreciate, they don't know how to receive the truth. Sometimes you'll see a lot of people, they talk about, I want honesty, I don't want you to cheat on me, I don't want you to lie to me. People say this to you, right? But in return, let's say you actually become that person. Imagine this. Let's say your girl, she said, I want full closure, I want full your attention, I want you to be a good person, you promise me you'll never ever leave me or cheat with me or something. Then you at one point you say like, oh man, this person is really meaningful to me. So you ask her out, and then you say that, I want to be with you. Then you see them scared, they're scared of that commitment, or how do I put this, like there's a word for it, attachment, right? They ask for the attachment, right? And then when you ask for the attachment, let's say, let's tie the knot, like this, and they'll be like, and they will be scared back. It's like literally like, you turn the chase, made a U-turn, and then put it on them, and they are not ready to show you the attachment. Sometimes what does it mean? They were never ever actually sure of what they were asking for. They wanted your certain time, certain aspect, certain idea of you, but they did not want the full you, like real love. Okay, so some people are not capable of receiving love or giving that sort of love. They can give you the honeymoon phase, they can give you certain things which will really have a huge happiness in your head for a time being, and as time progresses, you'll see that thing slowly, like a light bulb, it goes off. If it's real, if it's powerful, and if it's really authentic, it will shine through all your life until your last day. Okay, people will try battling for you for good, no matter how imperfect you are. So here is the problem. One of the problems, I think, is the lack of truth. We ask for truth, we ask for honesty, but we are not ready to receive it. We're not ready to accept the fact when people tell us a truth which is a bitter truth about ourselves. So I am trying to make a change. Let's say someone tells me something, like they curse at me, you are incapable of love, you are selfish, you are a narc, then I really think, instead of getting really all angry, and I try to think, is it true? Because if I can face it, maybe I can change. This is the beauty of human beings. Okay, I really feel we can change, at any day. You just decide today, I have been a selfish person all my life, I have been a hollow person all my life, maybe I shouldn't be, maybe I should be a little bit more brave, and then try to take consequences of my actions, or take responsibility, right? So the truth is out there, right? As long as we deny it, we should not expect people to be truthful to us, right? And this thing is causing a lot of pain and confusion among people, so keep that in mind. Second thing I would like to say, appreciation for people. Okay, it makes it like a big difference in people's lives. Okay, at this moment you will notice, let's say even you, me, we are very selfish. Okay, today's world taught us that. Okay, to make your own money, to be successful, you have to burn bridges, you have to step on someone's neck or shoulders to go up, right? This is a very normal world, and it's a bitter truth everywhere in the world. Like more successful a world is, or country economy is, maybe people don't have moral or ethic compasses. Like what is that thing, like you don't have any standards set for yourself. What you do is me, me, me. Okay, it's all me. Like Matrix, you'll say me, 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 like that villain said, right? So my point here is, little things, you can try differently. Okay, I always say something different. I don't say mainstream things. Sometimes I say the polar opposite of what is a standard. Sometimes people, when they lose weight, let's say I am in the process, trying to do a little bit change. I was 86, now I'm 77 or 76. I have forgot exact in my scale, because I don't look every day. I look every 1 month. Okay, so the whole idea, it's not possible in one day. It's very hard work. If it's honest, without using any substance or any medication, let's say you want to build muscles, very easy. You just take supplements and you just work hard, and it will have rapid growth, and you will like grow like a Hulk, right? But authentic, if you really really know about bodybuilding or building muscles, it is the one of the most toughest. Like literally it will go years, it will take years for you to get a decent shape, six pack, whatever you desire. But getting it in an organic way is not easy. Okay, so losing weight, what I'm trying to say is, let's say you see someone, they lost weight and they did it in 3-4 months with dieting, workout, whatever, and you look at them like, you don't make much difference, and they did that hard work. So for them, when you say that, even though they know it's not true, but you actually purposely said that just to put them down, this is where we have really failed. We lack empathy, we lack that kindness, we lack that ability to make people feel good from ourselves without anything in return. Okay, think of that for a while. And then let's say someone have become successful, let's say a content creator or a person who have been struggling for many years. Then I see some of my friends, I just watch the world sometimes take place, and I just feel very happy. I have one Sri Lankan friend who used to play for Sri Lankan, I think under 19 or something team, and we used to play together in Malaysia, like in a club. And this person moved to Melbourne like long time back, and his journey was like not easy. He really struggled. He went as a he went as a student, then he played cricket there part-time, and also he had wife, so he had to pay for all the expenses, and he really struggled in an IT firm later. And after about now 10 years or so, I recently seen him buying a Range Rover. And then when I saw it, I'm like, my heart, I was so happy. And he was just like following the traditional Sri Lankan way when he bought the car, and he brought his mother. I was like, God is so great. I'm just genuinely happy for this person because he earned it. And a lot of people, Sri Lankan people are big-hearted people. I really love Sri Lankan people. About 95% people that I met from Sri Lanka, some of my best friends, and they really congratulated him. Like comment section was full, and I felt this person is not just rich because of money. This person is rich because of such great people, such great support, and I was one of them. And I feel proud to call him as my friend. He still plays cricket. He's in great shape. So we need to know, like this one, are we like that? Like, are we happy for other success? Very important. If you can do that, man, your heart will always be filled with happiness. It's not about us only. It's about our surroundings, our people, our friends who think that we are their companions or friends, right? So second point is appreciation for people can make a huge difference in their lives. And if it's us instead of me, like you, me, everyone together, that is great. Okay, next one is a short-term happiness. This is another thing that's wrong with the world. Okay, I will tell you my example. There was a time my only happiness, the biggest explosion in my brain of happiness is buying a fragrance, like the fragrance bottles. And definitely this is an addiction. It's a big addiction. It's a big like a thing. There was a time I could not stop buying, and this one had such a I'll tell you, like this one really had a huge impact, and it's really got me into trouble, as well as like this, like you keep falling in a dark well or something and just go deeper and deeper, and you don't see any light in the end of the tunnel. This is where I went. Nowadays I still do, but I have realized there are other things in life that is also important. But we sometimes not just, this is just an example of buying fragrances, but let's say we go in life like, I want to be happy right now. It's like the order of the day is happiness right now. So what do? I'm going to be a go-getter. I'm going to find some people, and then even though I don't like them, but even though I don't feel much attachment, I just go around to them, and I'm going to be happy, maybe spend a lot of money, party like crazy, or go out on a wild drive, wild night. And you try to be short-term happy. You think that happiness will make you happy for good. If you're depressed, my friend, okay, if you are down in life and you just want to be avoidant, okay, you just want to distract yourself, in this kind of short-term happiness, like showing the world, posting stories every day on Facebook, social network, and you just want to show, man, I'm really, really making a challenge, and I'm just making a difference, and this every day is a great day. You try to motivate yourself, but in reality, after 2 days of the excitement is over, let's say you cannot be doing this for every day. But one day it's a quiet day, it's a weekend, and you're just sitting there, you're not doing anything, there's no activity. So you'll be like, man, something is not right. I'm feeling like I'm back in the, a hole again, that black hole again. At that time you'll be like even worse off, then you'll just start breaking down. So short-term happiness is something is nice, it gives you nice little blast in the head, but in long run, what makes you okay is coming to terms of reality. You are who you are, you have what you have, you don't have what you don't have. If you really want to be happy, let's say you rented a car, BMW, for 5 days, and you really enjoyed for 5 days, then you return the car, then you don't have the BMW no more. Okay, it's just a theory. So let's say you actually have a bike, like a motorbike, right? And that's your possession, you really love that motorbike, but nowadays you feel like, nah, it's not doing it, everybody has a car, all my friends have a car, without a car I'm not happy. This is the problem, we are not appreciative of reality or what we got. Many people don't have that life that you have. Sometimes look back, don't always look up, look back and see many people, they are struggling. God didn't give them so much that you are blessed with. Some people are much struggling than much more, they're struggling much more than you are. Okay, so I would say short-term happiness is a fake happiness. It's something like a drug that makes you instant happy, but when it takes you down, you are broken. Okay, so if you're not okay, there are other ways to heal, but the most important thing is be honest with your situation, right? Next one is anger. Okay, this is another thing that is causing us downfall. Big victim, not victim, why I'm going to play victim. Big you can say I am, I can be accused of anger management. Definitely this is a condition that many people have, even if they want to be sweet, they want to be peaceful, but maybe the surroundings don't allow them to be. Of course they have to have some internal control, but outside, if people constantly just it's toxic surroundings at workplace, on the roads, everywhere, people are like really douche, it doesn't allow you to be relaxed. Okay, you go to a office to get your something done, and they ask for a bribe. Let's say you want to go get your papers update of the car, they ask for a bribe. Then you want to go somewhere, like I don't know, like everywhere you go and you see that there's nothing right, it really enrages you, it gets you angry. Someone hits your car and they run away, you'll never feel happy, you always feel angry at the world. So you feel like, what, I don't want to go out at all. So I was guilty of that, right? Nowadays I try to improve. Like when people hit me and walk past, and they don't say sorry, I get angry, I just give them a look, but I don't charge at them. Okay, I don't expect that from people in Bangladesh. I don't expect that, because most of them, they don't know. Like when you stand, you shouldn't touch one person, like poke them or push them. This is really horrifying. But the anger, only you realize that anger is actually killing you slowly. It increases your blood pressure, it really makes you unhappy. Let's say you are fine, but suddenly one of your toxic friends come up one day, give you a ring, hey bro, what's up, hey, still seeing that girl, or maybe your ex is with me right now, something like that they say. Immediately there's like a boom in your head, and you'll be like, I was just okay, but people will not let me be okay. When I thought I was out, they pull me right back in, like Al Pacino would say. This is difficult. Like if you are who you are, you cannot change that. You cannot say USA or something and you can immediately relax. It's not possible. It is an exercise day by day. If you feel okay, I'm not going to get angry at this because my food panda came late. Yesterday the guy came like 1 hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours, and I was like, should I just show him the devil? Then I'm like, what's the use? What I'm going to get out of it? He's a poor guy, he just made 3 deliveries. I tipped him. I said, okay, fine, go. Right, I just told him like, you're late, and he's like, sorry brother, it was raining. So see, little things, practices, I'm trying to get there. Like someday maybe I will. But anger, the whatever, like where is it coming from? You have to understand the source. Where is your frustration coming from? If you cannot diagnose what I mean. You cannot detect where it's coming from, it will always bother you. Okay, it will make you unhappy. You constantly be mad at people, you treat them badly. So relaxation and anger, you have to understand what is your source. The source, when you find of anger, you'll understand, oh, this is what's causing me the work stress, or this particular person in the community always constantly bugging me or trying to get information out, right? So you need to take care of that person. I'm not saying they need to disappear, but you need to disappear from their life. Okay, and when you cut people off in that way, you'll feel like, oh, okay, that part of me like that part of me I'm not having to deal with anymore. It's someone else's problem. That is a great feeling in the life. I really feel privileged when I don't have to deal with toxic people. And the relaxation, you have to realize what's the source. Is it yourself? You are strong enough to give yourself relaxation, or it's someone you talk to, someone who ring you up just to check on you. If you find those people, oh my god, my dad is horrible. Every day when I do videos, he wakes up and makes these noises, and anyway, old people. Okay, so see, anger source is coming from there. Sorry. So I'm saying that if a person really like, you don't really maybe feel they're that important, you don't go to them all the time, you don't really care as much as they care for you, but one point you realize, man, this person, maybe I don't put so much attention, but they are the reason where I'm okay. Sometimes I don't have anyone to talk to, I can open up with them, right? Those people are valuable. Value them. Okay, this is how you're going to feel much better. And you cannot live alone. I made this mistake. Like, I used to believe I have to live alone, I have to stay away from people, I have to be like social outcast. No, there are a lot of good people out there, good souls out there. That's why God sent us companionship and friends and whatnot. So when you realize this, life will actually like, you want to take that step that you don't want to take, it scares you. That actually will help you learn. Okay, so that's what I'm learning nowadays. Learning is great. Okay, so next one is there's this line that there's this shorts. It said right after like, what it was about relationship thing. Like, let's say right after your breakup, wrong person comes up in the like that time, and then they make you feel great, and then they show you love, and you are actually convinced that they are the one, right? So wrong time, wrong person, and then they show you affection or something, and they have something to get from you, but you don't see it. You just feel like, oh no, I need to clinch, or not clinch, I have to like hang into this person to make us feel better, because I'm going through some stuff, and then they're saying some right, nice, kind things. You don't even know them, and you just absolutely fall head over heels about these people. This is a wrong thing. You need to take your time off to go through the fact that you are actually grieving, like grief. Let's say you had a heartbreak, but if you don't go through the process, and you just like, again, just like that, telling yourself a lie, like, hey, I'm fine, I found my absolute replacement, and they just keep popping one after another, I'm just so lucky. And you're not lucky. You are never lucky, because you lack empathy, you lack sentiments, because you think you're okay, keep moving on from here to here, but actually you're lost. You wake up one day like, who's this stranger with me, right? So yeah, man, be careful. This kind of situation is it's like deep meaning, right? So give time to people. They will eventually show their real self 1 year from now, okay, or months down the line. Their words, if they don't match their action, man, there are a lot of people like that. They take advantage of weak times. It goes both ways, men and women both. So don't try to take advantage. Don't be letting people take advantage of you, because one day you'll feel so worthless, like, I just gave myself away to this useless person who just wanted to use my body, and they just kicked me out of the life, and then just shut their door on me. I thought they really loved me. It's not that easy. Love don't come that easy. Love is not cheap, okay? And love is not out there in the trees that you shake and it'll fall, right? So next one, very important point, okay? I want to talk about apologizing, okay? Apology. This thing is very meaningful. One of the pillars of life is this. Let's say you have done wrong to someone, okay? Your friend and you had such a strong bonding, okay? And you used to talk a lot, you shared a lot, number of years you stacked as friends. Maybe I had a friend since childhood, and we don't talk anymore, okay? So it's not always about your girlfriend or wife or whatever fling. There are other people who are important in your life. So this person I was very proud of. He used to play guitar in one of the most successful bands, underground bands, but he changed somehow in life. It happens. People do change when they see success, money, but when you don't have connection, or you had like a disconnection, it's not necessarily always one person's fault. You can blame every time to other person in relationship, friendship, but you don't see your fault. Maybe you said something which was mean, which was inhumane, which was hurting them, and they saw it and they didn't like it, and they also felt the same way about you, that hey bro, you did not respect me, you did not show me kindness, so I'm gonna cut you off. Maybe they did that. So let's say if it's a little bit fault for both, and they still have, they miss each other's friendship or relationship, and they didn't do a major F up, right? Sorry. All it takes is one apology, a true apology. If that person mattered to you, no matter what they did, maybe you are the one who can be a bigger person instead of blaming and doing the same thing, and then, people do that sometimes. Okay, one guy is like, do this, other guy also go up a little bit, and then they go above, they try to come out as winner. With friends, with your life partner, with your whatever, girlfriend, whatever, don't try to win, you will win nothing. You will just win unhappiness, and then all the negative things, right? So let's say if you don't want to be with that person no more, okay, there's no point of destroying them, going after them, harming them, hurting them. What truly is blessing is that you respect the time you had with them. Let's say you don't want to move away, you don't want to be in touch, but say sorry one time. Let's say, I'm really sorry, I realized this, and mean it. They will know if you mean it, and it's not just a gimmick or just to say out of courtesy. If you really apologize to a person and you just say, be courteous or be courageous rather, and say, this was my fault, I realize it, and I'm truly sorry. If that other person was really into you, if the other person was really a good friend of yours, they will, almost 100% of the time, they will say, okay, it's okay, because they know what it takes. It takes courage to say sorry. Not everybody can say sorry, okay? I feel sometimes, I am a very egoistic person, sometimes maybe a bit of narcissist as well, but when I realize that maybe I've done someone wrong, I go to them, after many years if possible, I go to them and say, it was wrong of me, can we forget about this, let's just shake, and then, if not be friends, I just want to apologize, just leave it there. Other person will feel there's a huge weight in them, just fell, because they were carrying that, inside them for a very long time, right? So it doesn't matter if you're friends anymore or not, but you can actually move forward, forgive that person. It's a great feeling, okay? So apologize with like a minute, okay? Maybe the other person also has faults, okay? Let's say you may have also faults. Maybe you can also say, yeah, I'm sorry as well, okay? So you just, you just move on with life, that is great, okay? So that's one point. And what's the other one? Okay, sometimes my own handwriting is very difficult for me to read because I forgot, okay? All right, okay. So thing is, the last point is going to be happy with what you have in life, okay? This is always a common thing I always say, and I think it's very important. Keep reminding you, okay? What you have in life right now, maybe, you don't have certain things, okay? Let's say you lost a job, you had a car, you had to let it go, or you had, how do I say, something, like you had a great career, it's gone. After COVID, a lot of people lost. But, right now, you are less comfortable, you used to work from home, you used to have all the comfort, you didn't have to worry about money, right? Suddenly life showed you that you have to downgrade your life for a while, just giving you a tough situation. Let's say you're very happy with certain person, okay? You had a great life partner and you could count on them. It's a very important thing that when people are with us, we're very blessed with some kind people in our lives. That is a very much of a luck that God wished you or granted you. But maybe you don't have that anymore. Maybe you don't have that person to talk to anymore, to share your day, or, to seek comfort or happiness. It's gone, okay? It's gone, okay? It's very difficult for people to accept it. A lot of people hang into relationships, friendships, just because they don't want to lose the other person, even if there's toxicity. They have constant fight, disrespect, arguments. There's unhappiness, but you're scared of the consequences. That's why you stay within, and it's not making you happy really, but you still do it. This is a very unhealthy thing in life, because we live in an illusion, right? We feel we have a certain image of a person, we really like, admire, but we don't actually accept the full person they are, because we secretly maybe hate them for their guts, or their ability to tell us on our faces like, this is what's wrong with you, I don't like it. No, we are not really adults, enough to accept no. We will like, oh, it's a no, it's I am offended, right? We're all guilty of it, right? At certain extent. So let's say my life is not as happening as before. I'm not happy like before. I don't smile like that before. I do not. Sometimes I'm just lost. I'll give you an example. We had Eid vacation, okay, and then I had a lot of pending orders. I do have a Decant page, so I, dispatch when I get orders. So after Eid, like I had a rush time because everything was closed for 10 days. So I went there. Obviously, when you deal with a lot of packages, you have to be very focused. You have to write down the right name, right address, and you have to dispatch in the right site. But I made a mistake. There were two guys with the same name, and I wrote them in same way, so I sent the wrong parcel to each other. Okay, so this parcel went here, that one supposed to like go there, it went there. So it was not a big deal. It's normal, you can take care of it. But I realized what happened because I was distracted. One person had one decant, other person had two decant bottles, right? Like small perfumes. So I sent, if I was in normal state, I know like, oh, this person is that one is going to this area with this big package and stuff. So I would not make that mistake because I was distracted. I realized it. I cannot skip reality, right? So something was bothering me. I was subconsciously like somewhere else. So these things affect your life. So you have to accept, when it's not right, you're not all right. Don't pretend like, hey, I'll shake it off. Shake it off like Barney Stinson said, when I'm unhappy, I stop being unhappy and I be happy instead. These are nice, cool lines to enjoy in sitcoms or TV serials, but in real life, very hardly people can be that strong. They can just stop being unhappy and they can just immediately, focus in life and move on like a robot. Some people are very sensitive. They cannot move on. They're just stuck in life. I know many people. Yesterday, I got a knock on Instagram from one of those, those help pages, and they just saw my comment, and then one of the maybe admins knocked me. So I thought these are the typical, those businesses that will ask you come here for a 40 minutes something session, then sign up, blah blah. And I was like, whatever. Then I realized they were just saying that, hi, I'm this person, I just saw your comment. Are you all right? I'm like, oh no. It kind of scared me. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm just enjoying your page. Then they said, no, the thing is, it's not about session or anything. The thing is what you wrote, it's concerning because it seems like you were stuck somewhere, in a bad place or hurtful place. Just let you know one thing, that you're going to be all right. Just give it some time and go through the process. Okay, whatever it's bothering you, it will heal you in right time. And it did make sense. I felt a little bit better, and I said thank you to that person. Then, that's it. So come to terms of it. What's bothering you? Let's say you are something very important in your life. You lost a parent. Very difficult. It's just very easy for me to say because I haven't lost, but I know I'm going to lose someday, right? So I have seen people losing parents. Life is never the same with them. They cannot come out of that, situation, because it's a part of their life. It's family, right? So this guy keeps posting, this is my first or second Eid without my mother, or someone says, I miss my father for last 10 years. It's a void that's not going to fill up and be replaced by anybody. You know this. You're going to have to carry it for the rest of your life. What you can do, you cannot bring them back. You have to come to terms of it, with the terms of it, like they are gone and this is the sad reality. And we're all going to have to suffer that day, right? But, I'm not saying that you forget. You cannot forget a family member. You cannot go past it. There's no go passing it. It's right there with you. But you keep it beside you. Keep it as your strength, like how much love, how much care you got from your family, and how much they meant to you, what they did for you. And you just appreciate the little things they did for you, and then how they made you who you are today. And then be appreciative, and then maybe regret sometimes, you didn't spend enough time with them, or, got mad at them and stuff like that. These things happen because we are not always perfect. So maybe for the sake of all those times, maybe become a better person that your parents could be proud of. Okay, that is a great achievement in life. Okay, so I'm saying what you have in life right now, be honest about it. Don't go tell out there people like, hey, I am just buying this new car, I got this life. Telling people or bragging, they don't make you feel good. Worldly thing. Many people have so much money. They have great family. They have great husband. They have great children. They have career. They are beautiful. They are hot. Even at 40s, they have everything going for them. And sometimes I feel so happy and proud that how much I can still, love or give or feel for someone. Sometimes I'm mad at some people. But I just sincerely feel, maybe for the sake of good times, I really want them to be happy. I really want them to find that what they're looking for, and it makes me feel very happy. I feel very relieved inside, right? So sadly, some people would not say it because they are inside, they don't know who they are. Inside, they are looking for something they know, they think they don't have, but they already have it. I always say how grateful I'm to God every day for everything I got. I don't have much. Honestly speaking, I'm not a very rich guy. I think that I'm rich because I have lots of perfumes and all that. Because that's silly, but I feel rich nowadays thinking I don't get so sick so often, which I used to get all the time. People who know me for a very long time, I used to get sick all the time, cold, coughing, and for some reason it's not really happening for a very long time, and I know it's not going to stay like that forever, but I'll quit a lot of bad habits, and these are improvements that I made. I feel better, and it's not I'm doing it for anybody, I'm doing it for me, just to live better, feel better. It's important. So what I'm going to tell you, when you have certain things in life and then you keep thinking I don't have anything in life, I have to seek, I have to get approval or validation from other people, so just to show them, see what I have, and they'll say great, from the society, community. This is all fake. All of it is fake. If you don't have mental peace within yourself, if you don't like yourself, if you don't like what you see in the mirror, you feel like my body is like not perfect and I'm not lovable, I will show someone. No need to prove anything to anybody, bro. You can just go out there and then do it for yourself. You don't have to go to hit the gym to make a body. I'll show you like, hey man, my biceps coming up. I don't have any biceps coming up, but I feel, I was getting like unhealthy. Didn't have balance in the body. I just tilted. I couldn't stand on one foot for more than 2 seconds. Now I can. So slowly I'm going there. It's an ongoing process, right? But the thing is that as soon as you accept, this is all I have, this is all my possession, I travel every year, I can go, I can eat all the food I want, I can sit by the Mediterranean, or I can have the, like, anywhere in the world I can go, or I can just buy any food I want. These little things, if you understand and be appreciative, God will fill up your life and your heart with full of happiness. But you have to be a real person. I'll end with this particular thing, is that don't be a fake person to others. I know many people, they have this outside shell. They look perfect, they look beautiful, they look like innocent, they look like the most charming person, and they just have this innocent laughter. Like they look like, the innocent kind of people, but inside they are a total different beast. Inside they are totally different person who hate everybody's guts, who think they are better than everyone else, and they constantly say, this colleague of mine, she is cheating on her husband. This one is like, bad mouthing about everybody everywhere. So you do not actually like anyone. That's when you realize you are not in a very good state, and you never admit it. You are too proud to admit it. There's something seriously wrong with it. This is the type of people, they are never happy. They think they will hurt others, they will do everything to take everybody down, and they will feel better. In the end, they don't feel better because they end up being lonely. They end up being not okay with themselves, okay? Because they believe in the version of themselves, they think they're perfect. They never are humble enough to ever accept that someone accused them of something. They never accept it. They never will say genuine sorry or apologize, because they feel they will lose, okay? If people surrounding you care for you, they tell you something frankly, bro, they are concerned about you. Sometimes they're not always about putting you down, right? So let go of the ego a little bit, okay? If you are that kind of person that you are too egoistic, too proud to admit, you are in pain or something, people will never leave you. People will never ever like insult you for being a real person. Even let the world see that you are not okay inside. It's a scary feeling that to be facing reality and be really yourself, instead of giving people a fake version of yourself, and be okay with it. You won't be okay for very long. You will constantly look for some validation from people, to make yourself feel good, right? But in the end, you're not okay with yourself. You don't even like yourself, okay? You don't even love, and you just break down, shake and cry. Yeah, there's not definite answer in life. I'm still looking for it, but I really feel if we can accept reality what it is rather than what we want it to be, or we live in the fancy world, it will be much easier for us to accept it and then move on. This is the most important thing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I think it's about time for going for morning walk, but I just love learning every day. I'm learning new things. Learn one thing or two here and there. You will be like, wow, I didn't know that. Your purpose of life is learning in this world, okay? Because we're here for a temporary time. We're not going to be here forever, but seeing people who are important to us, who are kind souls, God send them to us for a certain purpose. Even the wrong people, they send to us for learning purpose, right? So you have to take everything in a positive vibe, and do the best that you can do. You'll be okay. Don't worry, okay? Take care, guys. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.